Hey everyone, I'm Cameron from SpeedCubeShop.com, and today we'll be going over MoYu's all-new WeiLong Skewb MagLev version. Let's take a look. Taking a look at the overview of the WeiLong Skewb, this guy just hit the market and is $19.95 at SpeedCubeShop.com. It features adjustable magnets with 5 different settings and also a MagLev compression system with 9 settings as well. The puzzle itself is 72 grams and 55 millimeters in size. The cool thing is it actually features a new dragon scale type texture, which is something I have not seen before from MoYu. So it's kind of their version of like Gans honeycomb, which is meant to have a kind of more dry turning feel and a more even lubricant distribution. So definitely cool to see some originality from MoYu. Currently, if you want to pick up this Skewb, it's only available in the MagLev version with the purple internals. I know some of you guys just don't like the purple, but I still am sticking to my opinion. I love the purple. The accents on the box look super nice, and it looks really cool in the puzzle, so I like the purple. I am not really too clear if MoYu will be releasing a standard version. I feel like it would make sense to, given what they did with the Pyraminx, but then again, I'm kind of surprised that I don't already have the sample if there were to be one, so only time will tell on that. Accessories are simple and very MoYu-like. You get their nice display box, which doubles as a storage box and also a stand. You get a screwdriver, a magnet adjustment tool, an extra like MagLev compression piece, I guess you would call it, and oh yeah, the adjustment tool. You get that for the MagLev as well. Adjustment is pretty easy on this once you get the corner caps off. While it's not nearly as difficult as the RS Skewb was, it isn't exactly easy to remove the 4 corner caps that you have to take off to access the MagLev. There's like a little dimple kind of right there, if you can see somewhat. Oh, there you go, right there. Little dimple, and that indicates that this corner has the adjustment system within it. So I typically get like the magnet tool or something and kind of pry it off. Just do me a favor and be really careful to not have your hands like that, because if you miss and you stab yourself, I don't want you to get hurt. So be really careful, and I do wish the caps were a little bit easier to get off, but then again, I don't have any ideas of how that could be accomplished, so guess we're stuck with it for now. Fortunately, the magnet adjustment is a little bit easier. You just have to kind of access it by turning one of the layers that is not the adjustable layer, and you can see the magnet, there it is peeking out right there. And you're just gonna use your tool and adjust between one of the 5 settings. Pretty much the settings 2 and 4 are almost negligible. They're so minimal in difference. Pretty much you're gonna go for the light, moderate, or strong feel. And if you wanna make micro adjustments, you can. The performance of this Skewb is kind of interesting. I really like the turning feel. It's pretty like clacky, dry, and it is a little fast, but that's kind of a MagLev thing. I don't really particularly mind because I'm not fast enough at Skewb anyway for it to really matter, but I think it has a good tone to it, a good feel. The corner cutting is pretty good on it, and just overall, it feels like a pretty solid puzzle. We did mess a little bit more with the adjustment system on this, so I will forward the video over to Jaden and let him talk a little bit more about his findings.
Hey everyone, I'm Jaden from the Custom Cubes team, and these are my thoughts on the WeiLong MagLev Skewb. So the cube actually feels pretty good. It has almost like a plush turning feel to it. That kind of goes away as you go to the tightest setting. When you hit the tightest setting, the feel of it changes like entirely. You get a lot more of a scratchy feel. It's a lot louder, and it has a very noticeable like clack to it. You don't really start feeling any changes to the actual tensions until you get to about setting 4. I'd say 2, 3 are very minute. You probably wouldn't even be able to tell. But as you hit tension 4, you actually start noticing a difference. It gets a little bit tighter, a little louder, and you start losing that plush feel to it. For this price tag, I would actually prefer to get the Wingy V2. I just don't think I could really recommend getting this cube at this price when there is a cube that I think is a fair bit better. I also prefer the adjustment system in the Wingy V2 because it's a lot easier to tell where you are on it as opposed to the WeiLong here, because it actually has numbers on the Wingy V2, so you know exactly what setting you are. When you're trying to figure it out, when you're on the WeiLong, you kind of have to count. You have to like hold it sideways and kind of look at the tensioning system from a weird angle and count to see where you are. But I mean, if you're okay with counting it, then I guess I would recommend this. So in closing, this cube is definitely unique in the sense that it has MagLev. It's the first one that I know of that actually has a MagLev from the factory and it's not just modded. I don't know if I would quite recommend this when you can get a Wingy or a GAN cube for a pretty similar price, but if you want to have a cube that has MagLev and it's a Skewb, then I would definitely recommend adding this to your collection. Back to Cameron.
In conclusion, it's pretty cool to see yet another Skewb receiving more 3x3 technology like the adjustable magnets, the MagLev, and all that good stuff. So really excited to see kind of where the Skewb technology ends up going. I do know that like the Wingy Skewb was like kind of the first bombshell in the Skewb community. So really curious to see where this one kind of fares compared to like the GAN and the Wingy V2, which are in a very similar price range. The kind of debate is like, is MoYu almost making their RS series too good to where you don't even have to upgrade to their like WeiLong series? So definitely kind of curious to hear what your thoughts are on that. If you want to leave me a comment, we'll continue the discussion in the comment section. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to slap a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and get all your cubes at SpeedCubeShop.com. Thank you all so much for watching. See you on the next one.